Rumors have Apple ditching the iPod lineup for the iWatch. Google to help pay for Samsung's patent damages in case Apple wins. And the OnePlus-One smartphone gets announced, and it's got some really great specifications. I'm Jaime Rivera, and please nobody talk to me about the UEFA Champions League. I am on denial right now. This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start today off by knocking the official stuff. First of all, because Google has just confirmed that they will be in charge of paying Samsung's legal fees and damages in case Apple wins the trial in two specific patents. First of all, the universal search, and the other is background syncing, as these are Android features and not necessarily things that TouchWiz brought to the table. And it's great to see Google supporting the company, but we do hope that this comes out in some sort of a happy ending. And guys, the power just went out. You're not going to believe this, so please apologize the noise of the generator. I have to get you the news somehow. Now let's talk about Samsung. Let's talk about the Galaxy K, if that's going to be the final name for this product, as this will be the future S5 zoom with lower specifications, like if this was an S5 mini, though it brings a 20 megapixel camera, and the design seems much slimmer than the Galaxy S4 zoom that we saw last year, though obviously we need to get something official future, but so far the design looks quite good. Let's see what we get in the review. Now, the biggest oddity is that you think that the company that brings us the Galaxy K will bring us a good camera on its Galaxy S5, but a lot of people have been complaining, and as it turns out, there are some reports that on XDA developers, people say that whenever they launch the camera, they get this warning and they can't launch the application. Now, obviously, this most likely is a software issue that should be fixed soon, but the phone has been plagued a lot lately. We don't know why. Hopefully, they figure it out. Now let's move on over to Apple, as first of all, we know that Apple has not revamped its iPod lineup in 2 years, and analysts are already predicting that the company will ditch the iPod lineup eventually. Not now, but apparently there is no refresh for the iPod, and apparently what we're getting is the iWatch, and eventually the iWatch will supersede the iPod, which is really interesting. And we even get more rumors of the fact that because Nike just ditched this whole FuelBand lineup, the idea is that since Tim Cook is in the board of Nike, that apparently they have come to an agreement where Nike Plus will make a big part of what the iWatch can do. This is really interesting. Let's see what we get in the end. And finally, for the very hot news of the day, the OnePlus-One Cyanogen mod phone gets announced today. And guys, I'm sure you've noticed, but I've kind of been ignoring this phone because there were tons of rumors, but nothing really specific, and I am surprised. This phone has great specifications. I'm talking about a Snapdragon 801, 3 gigs of RAM, options for 16 and 64 gigs. We've got a lot of power on this phone. 13 megapixel camera, we've got an IPS display, 5.5 inches, but you're not going to believe this. This phone just cost $300. $300. So it's definitely going to be sold in the United States. Aside from Europe, we have no specifics on dates. There is a black and a white option, but that leads you to the question of the day. What do you think about this OnePlus-One smartphone? Because in my case, I cannot wait for Michael Fisher to get us the review unit and for us to see what this phone is capable of doing, because honestly, I am hooked. I really like this thing. I want to buy it. Leave us a comment down below. What do you think? And friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.